it going, everybody? Relentless Gaming here, and today we got another showcase video. But it's a little different today because we're going to be showcasing a deck that I have showcased before. I tweaked it a little bit. It's a little bit more updated. So let's just get right into it so I can show you what I did to it differently. Basically, I took out all the poros and I took out like a lot of the useless throwaway cards that I put in there, because I mainly put the poros in there for the early game to kind of just defend against whatever they have, but it doesn't really work out, especially when they have cards that have the elusive ability. So I wanted to tweak it to where I can counter the elusive ability too by putting more spells in, like the brittle steel, to be able to counter that early game kind of period and really push towards the cards that I really need. So this is not a bad start. I think I just want to get rid of the Tryndamere, and then we're good to go. So definitely Omen Hawk goes in first no matter what, because the off chance that the next card is a BRAUM is going to be really good for two reasons. Because he can't use the Cutlass Strike that would kill my BRAUM because my BRAUM has 0 attack power, and also because it just gives BRAUM that little extra, that 1 damage gives BRAUM that little extra like kind of presence to pressure my opponent, because now I can start doing damage to his Nexus. Even if it is just 1 damage, it's still that added pressure that he doesn't want to deal with. Anyway, so I've been working on a new deck, and it's a mixture between Hecarim and Zed. Let me know if you guys want to see a showcase of that tomorrow. So yeah, so it was a BRAUM next, so that was a really good move. So now my BRAUM has that 1 damage, so if he doesn't have anything to counter it, I'm definitely going to pull in his Omen Hawk, and now his Omen Hawk will be gone. Okay, so he does have something to counter it, but that's okay because we can still use our Avarisan Sentry and try to get a card that we want in here. Yeah, there we go. So this is more worth it for me. And we just got another Avarisan Sentry, which is okay. Alright, so these are really good because it's going to give my BRAUM even more damage, which we really want. Okay, so there is his first elusive. So we're going to have to use a flash freeze on it if we really want to. We won't do that early on here because we still have full health on our Nexus, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's just go ahead and start giving our BRAUM some needed extra damage. So I've ran this deck by a couple other YouTubers and just people who play this game in general, and a lot of them say that this deck is very all over the place and random, but I want to prove all of them wrong and show them that this deck actually has a chance against the best of them. And I'm hoping by this showcase you guys can really see the potential that this deck has. So like I said, we won't do anything here. There's just a survivability factor that this deck has that people underestimate. Okay, so by giving our BRAUM 5 damage here, we can pull in, which is why I didn't put the Avarisan Sentry in, we can pull in the Silverwing Diver and just take it out right off the bat, because we want to get rid of that real quick. So there we go. And that's fine too. So we will just put in the Avarisan to guard against that. And hopefully we can get a spell that will increase more damage on my BRAUM. And we'll just end the round there. So hopefully he doesn't have anything else that's too crazy, so that's okay. I can deal with that. So we're just going to go ahead and pass again. So this was a bad move on his part, because that was kind of a waste of this card. Plus, you don't really want to use this card in a deck where you want your units to live. So I just think he kind of messed up there. Okay, so deal 3 to an ally unit to deal 3 to anything. How do we want to do this? So we want to do it like this. We want to get rid of that. And then, yeah, let's just deal 3 to this. And then that way next round, if he wants to attack with the Radiant Guardian, we can take it out with our BRAUM. Yeah, this is really good for us. This is going to stump our opponent a lot. Yeah, this is okay. Our BRAUM will still live. So unless they have like a Blade's Edge or something. But luckily our BRAUM just leveled up. So not even a Blade's Edge will take it out. So we'll just pass again. Again, we'll just pass. So we don't want to put Vladimir in just yet. Or maybe we do. Because the Vladimir can at least defend against the Anivia. So then we don't have to deal with that during our attacking round. Not that she's very much of a threat in the attacking round anyways. So let's put in the Vladimir and take that risk. And then we will guard against the Radiant Guardian because of the lifesteal ability. Okay, so she's not going to play the Radiant Guardian or Anivia, which is fine. So we'll just take out his Avarisan Hearthguard. And we will move on. And if they try to pull a fast one, then I can always use a Flash Freeze. Okay, so now we have a leveled up BRAUM and a leveled up Vladimir, so this is going to be really, really good, especially when we start building up Mighty Poro allies for our Vladimir to take health from to deal to their Nexus. So we're going to go ahead and try to make this attacking round as good as possible for us. So we'll deal 1 to BRAUM here, and then we'll get a Mighty Poro. And I don't want to push it just in case they have something. So yeah, I could get another Mighty Poro, but it's not worth it right now. Okay, so let's just go ahead and throw in the BRAUM. Throw in the BRAUM right here, and then we'll throw in the Vladimir. And then we'll just throw in the rest of these guys. And then obviously we'll take out the Radiant Guardian. And then we'll throw in the Starlight Seer after this.
Brace yourself.
Okay, so that was a smart play. We're still going to be doing damage to the Nexus. So I'm even wondering if we should just deal 1 damage to Anivia with the Blade's Edge, but that would just put her back in the egg form, and I don't know if that's worth it because then she'll just end up reviving next round again anyways. I think it's more worth to put Anivia in egg form during their attacking round. That way I can pull her in while she's in egg form with BRAUM and just take her out. So let's just keep going.
armies.
Okay, so next round we can use a avalanche and maybe put Anivia in egg form, and then pull her in with BRAUM. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. So let's put in our Starlight Seer. And we'll just continue. Okay, so now we can't use the avalanche on Anivia, obviously, because she has a bit too much health now. I still think we have the advantage here. As long as none of them have Overwhelm, this is okay too. And this only lasts for this round anyways. So the only thing this does is now my BRAUM can't guard the Radiant Guardian. But if they put in Anivia, that might be good, because then I can just guard the Anivia. Unless it does 2 damage to all enemies. Yeah, it does. So we'll use a Flash Freeze on Anivia. Or we can get rid of the Radiant Guardian here. Let's get rid of Anivia, because we could always get rid of the Radiant Guardian later on. Anivia is going to be more of a nuisance early here. So we'll put in BRAUM against Anivia. And we'll just throw in a couple of these guys as fillers. We'll get rid of this guy too. And don't forget the Flash Freeze. This was bad. I didn't realize Anivia had 8 health. Why did I do that? Okay, so yeah, that was my bad. I wasn't really thinking or paying attention. I should have just taken out the Radiant Guard. So now we might actually be at a disadvantage here because of that. So what we can do is use the Winter's Breath to get rid of Anivia here, which I think we're going to do because that seems like the best option right now. Although I would rather save the Winter's Breath for later in the game if we really need to. But I think we really need to take this Anivia out. Because I made a mistake, I have to make the sacrifice. And, you know, we could take out the Anivia right now and then take out the Radiant Guardian next round. So let's do that. We want this Anivia gone. And we also want the Radiant Guardian gone as soon as possible. So let's end the round. Pull in this guy, and we will also put in Vladimir, and then these guys, so Vladimir can have extra damage towards the Nexus. I think we should be in a good position. I don't think they can do anything to take out my Vladimir or BRAUM. It is risky because we don't have anything in case they do have something, like in case they give the Radiant Guardian like +2 damage. But I think that's a risk I'm willing to take because we have other BRAUMs in this deck. So it looks like they don't have a spell, which I kind of looked out there because I made a lot of mistakes that last round. Okay, so we do want to take this guy out next. So we could do... No, we can't because it will kill our BRAUM. So let's just do this. But next round we can use Avalanche and kind of just take out these two guys. So we do want to use this on the Dawn Speaker. I think we just want to use this on the Dawn Speaker. He should have used it on... Oh, he couldn't have. Okay, so he's just trying to take out whatever he can, which is fine. Okay, so now we don't use this because my BRAUM can't do any damage. And I think we just pass and just try to defend now. So he's probably going to pull in either my Vlad or BRAUM. Probably my BRAUM. Oh. I would have done that anyways. We don't really care about the warding stone, so yeah, go ahead and just sacrifice that. And then we'll try to live against these guys. And we'll pass. Okay, so we don't really care about giving our BRAUM more damage immediately right now. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Dawn Speaker. And then I think we'll just end the round here because we don't want him to guard with the Vanguard against my Vladimir. Plus, we can also just keep building up Mighty Poros and kind of just make it more difficult on him in that way. We could always take out the Vanguard Sergeant next round if I want to do that.
Times made me wiser, patient.
That guy's going to be a problem. Okay, so we can use the Brittle Steel on the Fleet Feather Tracker, so he'll get rid of it. So that should get rid of, because it gets rid of all followers of 4 less power. And then I'm thinking we use this now. Does this have Overwhelm? It doesn't. Okay, yeah, so we can use this now. Shoot, I forgot it gives them 0 power. We should have used it on the Vanguard Sergeant. Again, my bad. We're making too many mistakes here. I need to cut that out. We can definitely use this after I take this guy out. I'm not really sure how this works. I think I have to wait till my attacking round or something. I don't really know how that works, to be honest. So let's just use this so we can get another Mighty Poro. Huh. If we could get Tryndamere in, we can block this guy. Alright, so obviously we'll just have this guy guard him, and that will take care of him. It'll be more worth the Tryndamere blocks that because it does more damage, and he will block all the damage instead of just some. And we can just guard against these guys. So he should only do a total of 11, which means we should be fine. So with the Tryndamere especially leveled up now, should add that extra pressure in the sense that if I play him now, he's probably going to use his Alpha Wild Claw to guard against it. So we can just do this, and then put in the Tryndamere, and we can also put in our Mighty Poro and just see what he does with that. So let's attack. So he has to guard, or he... Actually, no, he'll live by like 1. Which he might actually do, which wouldn't be the worst play. Yeah. So we can still guard against him with the Tryndamere. So if he lets me, I'm going to use the Winter's Breath. So he is going to let me. I'm going to use the Winter's Breath. But if he still plays Anivia, it will do like 2 damage to the Nexus. Which could be a problem if he puts in another ally that does a good amount of damage. But this should give us 1 more round to finish. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so we'll put in BRAUM. And I think it's better if we just pull him in, because then he can't defend against the Tryndamere, and I don't think he has anyone that could defend against Tryndamere. And we'll just play everybody, and we'll put Vladimir in last. And then we still have the Flash Freeze, in case he wants to attack my Vladimir, because we want to keep Vladimir alive. As a matter of fact, it's more important we keep BRAUM alive. So I think we just win now. Yeah, I don't think he has anything. Yeah, that's GG's. Okay, so I made a lot of mistakes that last game that I do not want to make anymore. especially against a Teemo build, which this deck still has trouble against. So let's try to play this game with a little bit more focus, as if it was a ranked game. So we do want to keep the Noxian Fervor for our Varison Sentry, and then we could also get rid of Teemo if he plays Teemo early. But I think for now, the rest we need to get rid of. I don't think the Warding Stones are going to be very useful against Teemo. So I always feel better when I get a Flash Freeze. So there's his Teemo. So we're going to try to take out Teemo as soon as possible. So there's nothing we can do right now. I'm not going to waste a Flash Freeze on 1 damage. Okay, so we'll put in the Varison Sentry. And if we're lucky, he'll just guard against it. So let's just see what he does with this. Okay, so he doesn't guard against it, that's fine. We'll just get free damage on the Nexus, and then we'll use this. I think we'll have more opportunities to take out Teemo later. So let's just get rid of this guy, because this guy is the Puff Cap Peddler, always gives me trouble. That's annoying. See, look, we could take out Teemo now. But yeah, hopefully we'll get another opportunity to take out the Puff Cap Peddler, which I think we will. So let's see. So he's got his Teemo back, which means, you know, because we could use the Avalanche right now, but I think it's more important that we get our BRAUM some damage and just prepare this game for our BRAUM. Because what I was thinking was I can just use an Avalanche right now, which I'm glad I didn't, because he just put his Teemo in, so now I could take out Teemo next round. And then we would use an Avalanche next round, and it would wipe out both these cards. Which I guess would have wiped out his Teemo still, too, but this way we give our BRAUM a little bit more assurance. So let's, doesn't really matter. Let's just block against him because he does more damage. So whether we get BRAUM next or not, we're going to be able to take out this Teemo. We're just going to use the Avalanche. And we're going to use it twice. I mean, I could save the Avalanche in case he has another Teemo somewhere, which I think I will do because I'm not too worried about this guy. Yeah, that's totally fine. That doesn't bother me at all. So we'll put in the Hawk. I could have used the Brittle Steel to guard against that attack, but I wasn't really thinking. That guy's going to be a little bit of a problem. I think we will just end it. Alright, we can all relax now. We got BRAUM. So we don't have means of healing our Nexus. I took those cards out. But against a deck like this, it would be pretty useful for obvious reasons. But let's just put our BRAUM in. And I'm thinking we can try to bait by putting BRAUM here. And then maybe he'll try to defend with this Scribe of Sorrow. But obviously any damage we could do to the Soul Gorger too would be good. So I don't care who he defends with in that aspect. But we can use our Transfusion to take out the Chump Wump. Okay, so that's what I was hoping for. We knew our Hawk was going to die anyways. But we can make it live. And then we'll use our Take Heart on BRAUM. So I don't think he's going to attack this round, because if he does, I'm going to be able to take out any of them. But we do want to get rid of the Puffcat Peddler. Yeah, this is tough. We're probably going to lose this one. This one's not very good against Teemo. So that's fine because we have a BRAUM right here. So yeah, go ahead and mock. We'll put our BRAUM in. And we'll sacrifice the Hawk. We're not going to waste our Flash Freeze on it. Always save the Flash Freezes for... Let's use the Avalanche right now. Okay, I was going to say, always save the Flash Freezes for protecting your BRAUM. So the reason I'm using the Avalanche now is because when it's my turn, when I attack with BRAUM, I can take out his Puffcat Peddler. Let's get the Puffcat Peddler. Take that out. Alright, so we got another Teemo in. Which we will use our Flash Freeze on because we don't want any more mushrooms in our deck. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this one. Not with these cards. You know, I'm okay with this because I went into it knowing that we were going to have a hard time. So I don't want to waste any more time on this match, so we're just going to go ahead and surrender. So we're going to get one more match in today for this video, and hopefully we won't get another Teemo, because I really want to showcase the full potential of this deck. So Misfortune, Gangplank, and Twisted Fate are all cards I'm pretty unfamiliar with, but we are going to treat it like we would any other deck that's not Teemo. These are fine. I think the Warding Stone maybe we'll put back. Okay, Omen Hawk is obviously no-brainer. You just play it. The chance of being able to get damage on BRAUM, which we did again, is just too good. So we'll put in the Varison Sentry. And we'll just do some quick, easy damage. And I kept the Vision in hoping that we would get a BRAUM early to give it even more damage. So straight off the bat, our BRAUM's going to have 2 damage. You can at least guarantee that. Maybe even 4 damage. So we want BRAUM in right now. And if he wants to use a Vengeance spell right now, that's fine because we have other BRAUMs in the deck. So we should have actually maybe used the Varison Sentry. But I'm not going to stress about that. It actually doesn't really matter, to be honest. So let's put in this. And we can just do some extra damage. Actually, we should have used the Vision right then and there. But that's fine. Because now we have a chance to... Ooh. Okay, so let's just get rid of the damage there. That's why we keep the Brittle or the Flash Freezes, because they're always going to be trying to take out BRAUM. So let's use the Crimson Aristocrat right now because it's more of a direct boost to 1 unit. While if we wait to use the Vision, we can potentially even give our Tryndamere extra damage.
Never lost a fair game or played one.
That's kind of annoying. So we're going to lose all of our allies here, but that's fine because we could put in another Varison Sentry.
Who says I don't share?
And it's good that we got Brittle Steel because now when we defend against Twisted Fate or the Dreadway Deckhand, we're fine. And plus, we'll be able to take out Twisted Fate if he wants to attack right now, which it doesn't look like he wants to. So let's just end the round. So this is good because we can power up our BRAUM more. And obviously I think that's going to be the goal here. So let's take out Twisted Fate. And we'll put our Varison Sentry. And if they want to guard, cool. If not, cool. So we'll power up our BRAUM, and we will move on, because now we have enough power to take out the Gangplank if he wants to attack with Gangplank. This is good. Our BRAUM is going to be very strong. So let's see here. I think we just end. So yes, I could try to take out Gangplank. And yes, that would be a good idea right now, which I think I might do. Just want to make sure we're playing it safe. We don't need to play Tryndamere. Maybe we should, because I can't think of anything they can play to guard against it. Because with BRAUM we can just choose who we play against. So I think this is the smart choice right here. Because the Tryndamere is going to give added pressure, and if they do have a Vengeance card, they might just want to take out Tryndamere here, because he's going to do a lot of damage. Dude, that's perfectly fine. I'm 100% okay with that. And we have Flash Freeze, so now we have nothing to worry about. You know, he has to guard with the Dreadway Deckhand. Otherwise, it's just going to be too much damage. So we're going to use our Take Heart and give our BRAUM even more defense. This is going to be weird, because maybe we should have saved it, because it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this is going to be a lot. We should have saved that card. I'm fine with that, obviously. I'm not too familiar with how these work. I think that benefited me more than hurt. I guess I'll take that. So this will be a good time to use our vision. Once we go into attack mode. So that we'll have like 8 health left on our Nexus, which is fine. Because I think next round we just win. So we'll just pass. That's fine. And then we will use an Avalanche to get rid of their Dreadway Deckhand to have even less defense for them. Kind of get that out of the way. Plus it gives us another Mighty Poro. And we can guard that. And if he does something cheeky, like gives himself more damage, then we'll Flash Freeze him. So I think he was just throwing in a Hail Mary there, because he knows next round he's probably going to lose. And yeah, I think that's GG's. So let's just throw in everybody here. We'll get the Riptide Rex, give us some extra damage here, and call it a game. Trying to think what that can possibly be to keep him in the game. The only thing I could think of is if he has the spell that just takes out all the units. But I don't think that's the case, because I think he would have just used that immediately, because that's the only option he has here. There's nothing else he can do. Unless he has spells that are going to do immediate damage to my Nexus. Which, no, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, we're still good. That's it. So that was the BRAUM and Vladimir Survive deck that I made up. You guys can obviously, if you want to copy it, it would be down in the description. You can see the code there. Obviously, let me know the feedback. You know, I know early in this video I talked about how I had a lot of people doubting this deck and criticizing and say that it seemed very random and off, but as you can see in this showcase, it is viable and it works and there is potential to it. I'm not calling it perfect, but if you guys have any advice to kind of tweak it, make it a little better, especially against the Teemos, let me know in the comments what I can do about that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos like this one and you can support this channel and this journey. Don't forget to check out my other Don't forget to check out my other Legends of Runeterra videos. I have a series called Road to Pro where I'm going to try to make it from the lowest rank I can possibly go to the highest rank I could possibly make it to, which hopefully will be up there with the best of them. And you guys can follow me on that journey. I think right now we are still silver 4 or whatever it is, but we're about to rank up. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.